We're going to have a little bonus coverage here on your live event tonight with senior night and parents night here. And here's head coach Nathan Stoa. A little bonus your live event action.
The fellas here will say their names, and then they'll follow it up with who they are the son of, and then they will go find their parents in the crowd, so nobody has to worry about walking the steps but the kids. All right.
My name is Greg Stoll, and my parents are Nathan and Christina Stoll.
My name is Jack Justice, my parents are Sean and Chastity Justice. My name is Devon Stock, and my mom is Melissa Stock. My name is Taylor Knock, my parents are Marie Dixon.
I'm Roman, the son of John and Lila.
My name is Noah Nelson, my parents are Jennifer, Peter, Nash, and Angela.
Mark Shower, son of Pat and Amy Shower.
David Larson, my parents are Randy and Chad. Thomas Slevy, son of Darryl and Chrissy Slevy. My name is Will Baker, son of Tyler Baker. My name is Zach Leibach, and my parents are Merlin and Shannon Leibach.
My name is Gray Alderman, son of Cody and Charlie Alderman.
Jackson State, my parents are Marty and Darcy State.
Son of Nate Philadelphia. My name is Colton Hoff, my parents are Chris and Melissa.
My name is Evan Skank, and my parents are Renee and Shannon Skank.
My name is Owen Becker, I'm son of Danielle Jones.
My name is Jack Music,
Son of Sherry and Eloise. Landon Newton, son of Andrew and Tanner Newton. Anderson, son of Samantha and Bradley Hanson.
My name is Alex Plunky, parents of Tiffany Plunky and Alex Plunky.
I'm Filippo Baldadira. My parents are Sylvia Camoli and Baldadira Filippo, and my house parents are Cody Aldiger and Michelle Aldiger.
My name is Raphael Sanchez, and my parents are Jose and Ernie.
My name is Landon Athey. My parents are Clay and Zion.
My name is Elliot Lee, my parents are Jeff and Stacy Lee.
My name is Brody Hadley, son of Aaron and Jess.
My name is Jackson Grossberg, parents are Amy and Amy.
My name is Hayden Andrew, parents of Krista and Ryan.
My name is Lincoln Minton, son of Zach and Jessica Minton. My name is Wyatt Jevick, son of Brian and Amy.
My name is Dylan Upster, son of Dan and Beth Upster.
Evan Anderson, Nathan Kelly. My name is Colin Dunn, my parents are Adam and Amy.
My name is Colton Leggett, my parents are Gerald and Chris.
My name is Charlie Shear, my parents are David and Katie Shear.
Gavin Gradden, son of Dave and Tracy Gradden. Matthew Crompton, son of Sarah and Matt Crompton. As our last two make their way, parents, we thank you. Most of our kids in this program are not mobile, which means they don't get places without you. Often we ask these guys what things they need from their parents before the season starts, and they always look for money, food, but most importantly, support. Thank you for what you have done to improve Hawley boys basketball and for each of these young men to participate each and every day. Thank you, parents. All right. Senior Night 2024. Start by introducing the 5 seniors in our program. And I'll have them step out here so they can be seen. Manager, Kale Kazmaka. Number 23, Jack Justison. Number 5, Devon Stock. Number 1, Brevin Stoll. And number 3, Landon Bakke. these young men over the last 10 years? Well, wait. One of them for 18 years and a handful of hours. But for the last 10 years, these young men have shared many experiences and enriched many lives, including mine. Those shared experiences have been numerous successes, tons of humor, some of it even appropriate. Those shared experiences have even come with setbacks and rough times. Through it all, they've done nothing but grow stronger as individuals and collectively as a group. We plan on playing a lot more basketball together, but all this is done for reasons bigger than basketball. And I don't doubt for a minute that this group of young men will make our program stakeholders incredibly proud. Ladies and gentlemen, Nugget basketball class of 2024. All right, now we'll play some basketball. But before I hand the mic over, make sure you walk yourselves by the score table and wish Mr. Dylan Olson a happy 27th birthday.
Keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath in the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out, up top to the left side, Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath, then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to the gold mine at Hawley High School for tonight's high school boys basketball action. The Lake Park Audubon Raiders are 6-12 this year under Landon Schultz. The hometown Hawley Golden Nuggets are coached by Nathan Stoa, and they are 10-10. I'm Peter Natz, and tonight's boys basketball action is coming to you on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back with more of the pregame show after a short break.
Soon enough, temps are going to drop low, and you'll be turning the heat up high. Protect yourself from surprising heating bills by enrolling in Wild Rice Electric's off-peak heating program. You'll receive hundreds of dollars in rebates on new heating technologies like heat pumps and underfloor heat. Plus, you'll get nearly half off your electric heating rate through the winter months. That adds up fast when the snow starts to fall. Give Wild Rice Electric a call at 800-244-5709 to find out if the off-peak program is a good fit for your home and start saving today.
Christian Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Manage what you can to overcome what you cannot. Farming is all about preparing your operation to be successful when given an opportunity. Invest a few minutes and bring in your seed meters to be reconditioned and calibrated. We have some room, so give us a call and we can help you overcome those simple obstacles. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Hawley Public Schools teaches over 1,000 students in grades kindergarten through 12. They do this in facilities that are either new or recently remodeled. These facilities are not only for Hawley students, but for adults too. Hawley Public Schools offers community education classes in subjects like yoga and painting, plus adult basic education for those who want their GED or who study English as a second language. Hawley Public Schools, preparing students for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow.
All Works Underground Utilities LLC specializes in directional boring and plowing of underground utilities. Contact Dylan Stevens, 218-261-3090. Power lines, communications, water and sewer lines. All Works LLC can get the job done. All Works LLC works with residential and construction contractors in Minnesota and North Dakota. Contact Dylan Stevens with All Works LLC, 218-261-3090.
All right, welcome back to the pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Pep band is rocking and rolling, and we've got some action tonight. We've got head coach Landon Schultz coming up here. I talked to him a little earlier about the Raiders and what we should look for tonight as they cruise into Hawley. And here's head coach Landon Schultz. We were just talking a little bit ago. It is a grind. This is a long season. What do you do to keep your kids fresh?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing that you can do sometimes this time of year is, take a day off here and there. We had a pretty quiet week last week, just one game on Friday, and so we went a stretch with only playing, one game in about 8 days there. So, we did take one day off last week. I just don't think or believe that practicing 4 times consecutively over the course of a week in the month of February is very good for our guys. So we did take a day off last week, and I think that's an important thing to kind of throw in there and mix into there over the course of the season.
How about with keeping your coaches fresh too? Same kind of a thing?
Yeah, you gotta definitely give them a day off, a little breather. I mean, I even needed one as well. So sprinkling them in here and there is, like I said, it's a good thing to just kind of step out of the gym for a day and just kind of refresh your mind and just come back with a new energy to you when you step on that practice court the next day.
Okay, what are some of the positives or the biggest positive that you can take away from your squad right now?
I think the biggest positives I think we can take away is, I think this group has been through a lot this season. We've battled injuries and, battled some sickness like every other school I think has been, the last couple months. Just our will and competitiveness to keep going about ourselves the right way and play that brand of basketball that we ultimately need to play down the stretch here as we get closer to March.
On the flip side of that, where do you still need to improve?
I think we just gotta, I think our biggest thing is sometimes, we get sped up a little bit at times. Maybe take too quick shots in the shot clock and, I thought we did a really good job last Friday out down the road at Staples. They played a little 2-3 or 3-2 extended zone on us, and tried to get out and pressure us a little bit. We didn't let that bother us, and we actually made some plays late in shot clocks, which was good to see, and made them work defensively, and executed late in shot clocks, and kind of slowed down the pace a little bit at times. That I thought it just kind of helped us. So if we can do that, I think these next 3-4 outings that we have the regular season, I think will be just fine.
Now tonight, do you see this as a great opportunity because it's been 10 days since the Hawley team has played? Plus, they missed most of last week with several of their starting players out with sickness. Is this you see this as a great opportunity or a potential buzzsaw coming in?
I think it could, pose some problems for us actually. Obviously they had some guys out sick, like you said, but I think they'll come out with a new sense of energy to them. Almost treating it like first, second game of the year type of environment where they're excited to be back out on the hardwood competing against another school, and they got parents night and senior night tonight for them as well. So I expect them to be an energetic bunch tonight. So we got to be ready to play. For your squad, what are some of the keys for playing well tonight? I think we gotta play through the interior a little bit. Got Colby Pagel back in our lineup last Friday, which was really big for us. So I think we got to play through the interior a little bit, play through him, and play inside out, and open up some three-point opportunities for our shooters out in the perimeter. And I think that's going to be a big key for us on the offensive end, especially.
It was a good tussle, and it got kind of aggressive last year. I'm expecting another good game tonight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good physical battle. I mean, it's a fun matchup that we have. The two communities 7-8 miles away from each other, so should be a good contest. We're looking forward to it.
Appreciate your time. Have a good one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was Landon Schultz, head coach of the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after 2 minutes.
Minnesota Slice, located in Hawley, is open 7 days a week. Homemade stretch dough, delicious sauce, and toppings to your liking. Stop in Minnesota Slice Monday through Thursday from 4 to 8 p.m., Friday 4 to 9 p.m., Saturday 11 to 9 p.m., and Sunday 11 to 8 p.m. Minnesota Slice wants to be there for all your special events, including retirement parties, school pizza parties, large staff lunches, and much more. With garlic knots, cheesy bread, salad, and more, you can call 218-486-5151. See you at Minnesota Slice.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 701-893-5648. I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com. Respectful, responsible, safe, and kind. Those are the values taught by Hawley Public Schools. Hawley's PBIS team, Positive Behavior, Interventions, and Supports, aims to encourage a positive and respectful learning environment and uphold the social and emotional well-being of all students and staff. Learn more about Hawley Public Schools at hawley.k12.mn.us. Hawley Public Schools, preparing students for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow.
All right, here we are back at the gold mine pregame show. Had a chance to talk with Nathan Stowe a little bit at halftime of the JV game. Got a few odds and ends and a few things for you to listen to right here on the pregame show. We've got head coach Nathan Stowe here of the Hawley Nuggets. Coach, 10 days off. How's that been?
One real practice in that whole mess. I mean, we got hammered with illness upon illness upon illness and guy after guy. So it's a great week not to have basketball, but leaves me a little concerned as to how we're going to pull ourselves out of some of the illness, which is still lingering around, and then just what we're going to do with the time off.
With the time off, were the coaches able to rejuvenate?
Maybe a little bit, but I mean, we did have the freshmen and the sophomores for the entire week. So when guys could be here from the upper class group, when they were healthy, we had them on the gun a lot, and we got a lot of reps up, and we did some other things with them. But yeah, there might be a spot of shaking some rust off here. I mean, 10 days, no matter what, without a game is a long time. But then you throw in the fact that we had a couple guys that were ill for over half of that time, and legit. I mean, it was legit, and it's been lingering. So yeah, we might have to do some different things sub pattern wise tonight, and try to catch some guys some early breaks.
I asked Landon earlier about if he thought this was a great opportunity with 10 days off and having kids sick for a long time, or if he thought that he might be walking into a buzzsaw. And he wasn't super confident about this being a great opportunity. He thought you guys would be rested and almost like a start of another season.
I hope so. I mean, I hope he's right. He's a smart guy. His fifth grade teacher in Hewlin was a brilliant human being. So, I know he learned a lot. But yeah, no, I mean, I hope he's right. I hope we come out that way. But they're sitting kind of in a new situation as well. They've got a chance to be rejuvenated. I mean, they're 5-6. And we're rolling a little bit before their big guy broke his wrist. And, so they struggled, obviously, without their best player. And so he's been back for one game. And so they've got an opportunity here to try to get the pieces back together that they thought they had. So there might be a few more questions and answers on both sides right now. But, we'll get to figure it out as the game plays on.
You guys are both in similar situations. They've only had one game in the last 8 days. You haven't played for 10 days. So it could be a crapshoot all the way around.
Yeah, often it is anyway, and then you add a few extra little bullet points to all of it. So yeah, like I said, I trust our guys. I mean, we've got competitive kids, and we've got good senior leaders who we'll recognize tonight. So I think they'll be locked in and they'll be ready to go. It's just we're going to have to manage some of the physical stuff that's going to come with the hangover from the illness and the breathing effects that have played a big hindrance on practice yesterday.
Let me guess, it's going to be rebounding and moving the ball around and making open shots tonight. It's going to be a key.
I think you're right. I think you got this locked down.
All right, we got it. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, that was head coach Nathan Stowe giving you the rundown of what these kids have been through over the last 10 days or so. If you just joining us, Hawley has not played a game in 10 days. The last game they played was on a Saturday afternoon in Fargo. It was a loss to Central Cass. It was an overtime loss. It was 100 and some to 99, and that was a massive scoring output by Brevin Stowe and by the Central Cass athlete as well. Well, we're going to take another break, and then we're going to come back, and we'll be ready for some basketball action, some starting lineups, introduce the coaches, that kind of thing, on yourliveevent.com. Stay tuned.
If cold weather holds you back from planting corn each spring, you need Hefty brand 40 Series corn. As the industry's only corn seed recommended for soils as cold as 40 degrees, our 40 Series corn is made up exclusively of hybrids with the best vigor and cold germination scores, all treated with Hefty Complete to give you maximum protection. Plus, we back up all 40 Series hybrids with a free replant policy so you can plant 40 Series corn first and plant it with confidence. Available only at Hefty Seed Company.
Lakes Community Co-op takes pride in providing complete customer satisfaction as they serve their local communities with the necessary products and services for farms, businesses, and individuals. Energy solutions, feed, milk, C-stores, meat market, motel, car wash, HVAC, natural gas. Visit your neighborhood Lakes Community Co-op location for them to meet your needs or learn more at lakescommunitycoop.com.
Minnesota Slice, located in Hawley, is open 7 days a week. Homemade stretch dough, delicious sauce, and toppings to your liking. Stop in Minnesota Slice Monday through Thursday from 4 to 8 p.m., Friday 4 to 9 p.m., Saturday 11 to 9 p.m., and Sunday 11 to 8 p.m. Minnesota Slice wants to be there for all your special events, including retirement parties, school pizza parties, large staff lunches, and much more. With garlic knots, cheesy bread, salad, and more, you can call 218-486-5151. See you at Minnesota Slice.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
All right, welcome back to Hawley. You're watching from the gold mine. Today's boys basketball action. Lake Park Audubon Raiders have slid down Highway 10 apiece to Hawley for tonight's action. LPA is 6-12. They're on a 3-game losing streak right now. The Hawley Nuggets are 10-10, and they are on a losing game of 2. So something's got to give tonight. It's been 10 days since the Nuggets have last played. And the Raiders had a game on Friday night, and in that one, interesting tidbit of that one, Braden Sandlin did not score, but he had 14 rebounds and 7 assists in that night, and we're going to see him tonight. He's got he's a solid rebounder and a good athlete, one of the leaders on this Lake Park Audubon Raiders team. And we're going to take a little break here with the Star Spangled Banner coming up, and then we're going to be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip on yourliveevent.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Visit us today at any of our 6 locations.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hawley Public Schools thanks you for listening to today's Nugget sporting event. But we offer more activities than just athletics. Hawley students can be part of groups like the Student Council, Riverwatch, Science Olympiad, FFA, Art Club, Yearbook, Knowledge Bowl, Speech, Debate, Band, and Choir. There's also a 3-act play, a 1-act play, and musical. Fine arts, academics, and athletics, a winning combination. Hawley Public Schools, preparing students for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow.
Here we are back at the gold mine. You're at liveevent.com. This is Peter Nats bringing you tonight's basketball action with Ben Gronke on the camera. And the Lake Park Audubon Raiders are in town tonight, taking on the Hawley Golden Nuggets. This place is called the Gold Mine. Let's see how golden it is for the Nuggets tonight. Starting lineups tonight for the LPA Raiders. Number 1, Braden Sandlin. He's a 6-foot junior. Number 2, Luka Besky, 6'2" sophomore. Number 3, 5'10" junior, Trip Eider. And number 21 is Tyson Nerdahl. He's a 6'1" senior and coming back after being out for a while. Colby Pagel, 6'5" senior. He averages a double-double for the LPA Raiders, wearing a brace on his left wrist right now. So he's only played about half the games thus far. Landon Schultz is the head coach. His assistants are Braden Wilmore, Stephen Aldridge, and Broden Lean. There's just a little bit of a pause here as we get going for the Hawley Nuggets. All right, starting tonight for the Nuggets, 6'5" junior, Noah Nelson, number 0. 6'5" junior. And after Noah coming in, we've got a 6'3" senior, number 1, Brevin Stoa. Also his 18th birthday today. And he's number 1. Number 3, Landon Bakke is a 6-foot senior. Levi Lelm, 6'1" junior, number 4. And number 23 is a 6'1" senior. That is Jack Justison. Head coach is Nathan Stoa, assisted by Travis Haugen and Miguel Garcia the third. Third time's the charm. All right, our officials tonight are out of the Detroit Lakes Area Association. Lake Park and Audubon, 13 and about 16 miles down the road. And Detroit Lakes about 22 miles down the road, 23 miles down the road. So everyone here is fairly familiar with one another. These two teams, these two schools also join up for wrestling. And then they also join up for track and field. The jump ball picked away by Colby Pagel. Beat Nelson off the jump, and it's down to Pagel right off the bat. Defended by Nelson. Pagel, a good-sized kid, has a brace on his left wrist. Broke that earlier in the season. And the first shot missed by Lake Park Audubon. Rebound taken down by, that was by Landon Bakke. Stoll brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Nelson has it around the top to Jack Justison. Justison drives, left-handed layup, easy. First bucket of the night goes to Jack Justison. Nuggets doing a little bit of trapping defensively up on top. Ball down inside to Besky. Hits Pagel on the cut, rebound taken down by Nelson. 2 defensive rebounds off of 2 misses. Bakke in the corner for 3, hit it. Landon Bakke. Nuggets are 2 for 2. They've got a 5-point lead here. 2 shots taken, 2 shots made. 5-0, Nuggets lead. Nerdahl has it in the corner, gets it back to Besky. Back to Nerdahl. And Pagel has it. Pagel's a good-sized kid here. Takes it down to the left block. Nelson defended on the 3, not really. Rebound taken down by Brevin Stoa. 3 misses, 3 defensive rebounds for the Nuggets. Bakke, wide open 3, right side, no good. Ball kick knocked out. Here comes Trip Eider back the other way. Got Stoa up in the air, and Bakke throws that one back and rejects that. Good hustle and good team defense there by Landon Bakke. Besky with the shot from the corner, no good. And Stoa brings that rebound down. 4 rebounds now on the defensive end for the Nuggets. 4 trips down, 4 shots missed. And Stoa misses a fadeaway jumper from 14. Here comes Sandlin, gets it into Nerdahl. Here's Besky for a 3 on the left wing. Offense, good position there by Pagel. Rebound taken down by Nelson. And here come the Nuggets. Taking their time, getting across. Brevin Stoa has it up on top, defended there by Sandlin. Ball knocked out of bounds on the far side. Nelson has it in the middle, drives the lane, pulls up with a 7-footer, no good. Rebound taken down by Colby Pagel. Here's Braden Sandlin, 6-foot junior. Nerdall goes in against Levi Lelm. Pagel had it, lost a handle on that. And Nelson knocked that one out of bounds. Ball's going to stay with Lake Park Audubon on the baseline. Mark Schauer just checked in for the Nuggets. Number 2, 6'4" junior. Here comes Stoa the other way on the fast break. Good pass off to Baki. Baki with the deuce. 5 points for Baki. Great pass by Stoa. 7-0. And that one thrown away. Luka Beski just threw that one right into the scorer's table. A little bit out of sorts right now. They're going to have we're going to call a 30-second timeout here. We'll be right back on yourliveevent.com.
Rural Enrichment and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Hawley and Hendrum.
All right, Hawley Nuggets out to a 7-0 jump here. Landon Baki was the recipient of a great fast break pass by Brevin Stoa here. Now Nelson's going to inbound it to Baki, and here come the Nuggets. Hawley leads 7-0 over the Raiders from LPA. Oh, and Levi Lelm turned around, threw that one right out of bounds. Didn't quite have his body squared up. Didn't get himself in proper position before he tossed that one. All right, here comes Sandlin, trapped up top by Nelson, and Baki. Baki has it on the break. Thought better of it. Pagel was ready to swat that one into the bleachers. Stowe has it on the top over to Baki. Baki checked the 3, gets into the lane. No good. And Nerdall had that one. He tipped it and knocked that one out of bounds. Tyson Nerdall, number 21, 6'1" senior for LPA. Noah Nelson's going to throw the ball in here on the blob. No, he's not. Will Baker comes in. Now, these Hawley Nuggets, they spent most of last week at home sick. I can confirm that every one of the kids out here except for Levi Lelm. Oh, there's Stoa with a long 3 from the right wing. He's on the board now, and the Nuggets up to a 10-0 lead. Several of these kids missed multiple days of practice and school last week, and there's another turnover for LPA. Another unforced turnover. They've got 3 turnovers on the night. Here comes Landon Baki. So the Nuggets are going to have to do some mix-up on their, not mix-up, but they're going to have to change up their rotation pattern, and there's Mark Schauer on the baseline to the right side. Mark Schauer just gets his first bucket after coming into the game momentarily ago. Eider had it, gets it back to Sandlin up on top, and now it's to Nerdall. Pardon me. Luka Beski has it, takes it down to the block. Sandlin back to Beski on the right side, and he drops a 3. Raiders are off the 0. 12-3 now, 9-point lead for the Nuggets. And Stoa has it now after Landon Baki got caught down on the baseline on the block. Stoa threw that one up off the rim, no good, and we're going to pick up a foul here in the backcourt. Personal foul number 1 against Brevin Stoa. First foul of anyone, 12:53 to go in this one. Stoa's first foul, team first. 12-3 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Hawley out to a 10-0 jump before LP was able to get a 3 to go down. Here's Beski. Gets it back to Pagel. Beski has it again. And Sandlin has it. Shot clock down to under 10 now. Pagel on the right elbow, threw it up, no shot. And that's a violation. The rebound came down to Mark Schauer before the horn went off. Jackson Skink into the game now for the Nuggets. Mark Schauer has it, takes it into the lane, reverse pivot, bounce pass to Jackson Skink. He got clobbered, nothing doing. And that one cleared away by Sean Felker. That one picked away by Landon Bakke. Here he comes on the fast break. Sandlin chases him down. Bakke with the layup. Bakke's got 7. 14-3 now, lead up to 11. Three-pointer up top. Take it. Will Baker comes down with the defensive rebound. LPA not getting any second chance opportunities. 6 defensive rebounds for the Nuggets. Will Baker takes a 3, gets his own offensive rebound, goes up with it, got it blocked, and then picks it up and got a foul. There's an offensive rebound for Hawley. That foul's going to be on Colby Pagel. His first, team first. 14-3 now, 11 on the clock here. Will Baker shooting 2. Baker. Oh, let's see. Justison, Stoa, Nelson back into the game for the Nuggets. Jackson Skink out there, as is Will Baker still. Baker with the second free throw knocks that one down. 16-3 now. And here comes Sandlin. 1-2-1-1 or 1-2-2 press here for Hawley, and that one tied up by Will Baker. The jump ball, that's going to head back. Possession for the Nuggets. When Hawley decides to put this trap on, they get after it. They got Nelson at 6'5" up on the point and causes some problems with the trappers from the edge. Backdoor pass to Nelson, missed the layup. And Pagel pulls that rebound down. Besky has it there, blocked by Nelson. Tipped out, nice job. That's an offensive rebound for LPA. Pagel has it, guarded by Jack Justison. He's got a size advantage up off the glass. Nelson pulls that rebound down. And here come the Nuggets. Stoa picked up his dribble up top and got caught. Will Baker now has it on the logo. Lobs it down into Nelson. Nelson takes it up strong with the left. Nice little toss in there. Nelson's first bucket of the night. 18-30. Hawley leads. Here comes the trap again. LPA handles that one pretty well, and Tyson Nerdahl knocks down a 3. 18-6. Stoll comes back the other way. Bounce pass on the baseline to Jackson Skink. And Skink gets it back after Justison had it for a second. Stoll pulls up with the 3, gets that one to go. Birthday boy's got 6 points. 21-6 now. And Hawley backed out of the trap. Here's Besky, gets it to Felker. Felker drives in, looked like he might have traveled there. Pagel has it, up against Nelson, no good. Rebound tap to Will Baker. He's going to get credit for that one. Again, LPA not getting very many opportunities. Actually, no second chance opportunities there, and the Nuggets are going to turn that one over. 21-6, Nuggets lead. Zach Liebach into the game for the Nuggets. Jackson Skink heads to the bench. Just a little bit of token pressure here. Now they'll jump him. Into the corner, 3, line driver, Trip Eider gets it to go. 21-9. That was a line drive. That barely got a ball thickness above the rim. Good shot by Trip Eider. You know it's a good shot. There wasn't any trajectory on it. Stoa lollygagging back on defense after the turnover. And here we go back. Beskey takes it in off the glass, knocks that one in. Stoa pulls up from 3, does not get it to go, and is going to go to the line and shoot 3. That falls on Braden Sandlin, his first, team second. Stoa's going to go to the line and shoot 3. All right, we've got the California connection checking in before they make their way back to the Northern Plains. Stoa missed the first 2 of the 3. Mark Schauer checks back in. Will Baker heads out. And Stoa trying to clean this up here and not get the third one to go. Missing the first 2 of the 3-shot foul and hit about every part of the rim, but got it to go. They don't ask how, they ask how many, just like shooting ducks. Sandlin gets it to Pagel. Pagel off to Beskey. 3. You got it. Luca Beskey. He's got 7. No, he doesn't. He's got 8. Jack Justison. Nelson has it on in the key. Backs out against Pagel. Over to Jack Justison on the left side. Stoa has it now up above the logo. 12 seconds on the shot clock. From the 10-foot line of the volleyball court, no good there. Offensive rebound for Jack Justison. Noah Nelson drills a 3. And we've got a timeout, 30-second timeout for Hawley on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Hawley up 25-14 over LPA.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
All right. Here we are back at the goal mine. Hawley leads 25-14, 7:27 to go in the first half. 2 fouls against LPA, only 1 foul against Hawley. Very clean first half. All right. Pagel has it, backs down against Nelson, went up out of control, lost that one, blocked by Nelson, and we're coming back the other way. Nelson in the corner for 3. That one was tipped. At least Nelson better hope that was tipped because that was off, short and right. Looked like the whole trajectory was off. We'll find out later. And that one was knocked out of bounds. Actually, we had a foul on Tyson Nerdahl, his first foul, and the Nuggets are going to get it to Nelson at the free throw line. Back to Stoa. Stoa got himself some room there. That one kept alive by Nelson and then pushed it out of bounds. 25-14, Nuggets by 11, 6:48 to go on the Lake Community Cooperative scoreboard. Here comes Sandland. Beskey had it there, gets it to Eider. Eider down to Pagel. Nelson picks up a foul. Derry Peterson is going to give him a bad defense on that one. Baseline out of bounds for Sandlin and the Raiders. Gets it to Pagel. Pagel has it up against Stoa up on top. 2-3 zone now for the Nuggets. Pagel open. They don't want to get it to him. Now they do. He squares up against Nelson. Pump fake. Got Nelson in the air. Nelson gets the defensive rebound, though. No second chance opportunities. And we've got a blocking foul on LPA. Stowe's going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws again. That falls on Trip Eider. 4 fouls against LPA now. Stowe's going to go to the line, shooting 2. One of 4 now for Brevin Stoa from the free throw line. That'll change. Will Baker back in, as is Levi Lum, Landon Baki, and Stoa gets the second one to go. He now has 8 points. 26-14. Nuggets lead the Raiders. Felker with the ball, gets it to Besky. Besky, nice ball handling there. The rebound went off the top of Baki's head. Felker comes down with the loose ball. And here's Trip Eider. Takes it up to Besky. Besky's been hot from outside. Not this time. Will Baker with the defensive rebound. Hawley Nuggets just cleaning up the boards tonight. Sandlin, nice drop pass for Shower. Shower up underneath, takes it in, gets it to go. Shower's got 4. 6 Nuggets scoring thus far tonight. Oh, Will Baker gets a cheap one there and reaches in, hacked him. Little uppercut to the to the chest. All right, Baker picks up his first foul. 3 fouls against the Nuggets. That's an odd place to inbound that ball from where that foul was committed, but here we are. We're back into play. Braden Sandlin off to the right side to Besky. Pull-up jumper from 16. Besky gets that one to go. He's got 10 points now for the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. Baki has it up on the left, top left logo. Sandlin pushed him off target there. Stoa gets it in rhythm, throws it up, drops it in there. 11 points for Stoa now. Stoa tried to go for the steal there. Sandlin duped him. Pagel has it. 16-footer, splash. Pagel's first bucket of the night for the Raiders. 31-18. 13-point lead for the Nuggets. Stoa has it on the right side. Crosses over against Sandlin. Reverse pivot into the lane. Drops it off to Will Baker. Will Baker drops it in with a smooth left. Nuggets by 15 now. Luka Besky dumps it off to Pagel. Now Felker has it. Be careful with that one. Sandlin has it, gets it down to Pagel. Looks like Pagel double dribbled, but I guess not. And stolen away by Mark Shower. Good defense by the Nuggets against Pagel. They want to go through him and get it down inside. And he's got 2 points tonight is all to show for that. Good defense here. Trip Eider hustling and playing defense. 5'10" sophomore, junior, picked up a foul there. He's got 2. And Nerdahl and number 31, Chaz Aldschmidt. Chaz checks in, 6'2" senior. I remember Chaz from the track and field team. Stoa, right baseline, drives in, takes it off short off the glass, takes it up again, underneath, no good. And Felker knocks that one out of bounds. Jackson Skink enters the ball game for the Nuggets. Brevin Stoa heading out. Zion Smith tuning in at home tonight. Sports fan of all kinds. Landon Baki, 3, too strong. Cut off defensively by Mark Shower. Good job there to keep a fast break from happening. And LPA throws that one into the end zone. Out of the end zone for a turnover. (33-18) on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Clock ticking down to 3 minutes in the first half. Levi Lelm has it on the right block. Gets that one to go. 7 Nuggets have scored now. 35-18. Lead pushed up to 17. Beskey short. Rebound Sandlin. Gets it back out to Beskey. Pulls up in the lane. And now Nerdahl has it. Down to Sandlin. Defended there by Mark Schauer. Good shot. Braden Sandlin gets that one to go. Good defense. Schauer kept his feet, stayed down, stayed tall. Sandlin still gets it to go. Baki has it up on top, defended by Nerdahl. Will Baker slides back behind the arc and drains it. Big Will's got a 3. We got 7 points on the night. Felker picked up his dribble on the right side. Gets it to Nerdahl. Nerdahl back out top to Luka Beskey. Beskey drives it down into the lane. Pushes up against Lelm. Banks that one in. Nice shot. Great use of the backboard by Luka Beskey. He's got 12. Pair of triples and 3 doubles for Luka Beskey of the Raiders. Will Baker has it up on top, just checked by Chaz Aldschmidt. Landon Baki got torn apart there, Tuck had his arm taken off, and then now Will Baker finally going to get fouled. Foul goes against 31 Chaz Aldschmidt. (38-22), 1:30 to go. Baker at the line, shooting 2. Slings that one up there, no good. Baker's now 2 of 3 from the line. Rebound offensively there by Levi Lelm. Zips it across court to Landon Baki for an open 3. No good, too strong. Justison just about kept that one alive. Sandlin has it up on top for the LPA. Beskey now is Trip Eider has it. Left hand off the glass, no good by Eider. And Landon Baki pulls this one down, pushes it up. Takes it down into the lane, off the glass. Landon Baki doing it all himself. Oh boy. Under 50 seconds to go here. Sandlin with the rebound offensively. You don't hear that very often tonight. Oh, and then Nerdahl throws that one out of bounds. Turnover after an offensive rebound and a second chance opportunity. LPA throws it away. And here comes Brevin Stoa back the other way. 18-point lead for the Nuggets. Couple second difference on the shot clock. Stoa takes it against Sandlin. Eider peeled it away, and then Stoa was able to get it back. Nothing happened there, so we're going to stay with it. Shot clock stays the same, no possession change. 12 seconds now. Stoa dribbled into traffic, and they're going to grab a foul here. Trip Eider picks up a foul. He's got 3 fouls now. Stoa's going to go to the line and shoot 1 and 1 here. 7 fouls against LPA now. Only 3 for Hawley. Trip Eider has to go to the bench now. And Sean Felker comes in, 6'1", 6-foot senior. Stoa knocks the first one down. Now he's 50%, 3 out of 6 from the line. And gets the second one to go. 3 in a row now for Stoa. He's more used to having that kind of a streak than missing 2 in a row. We're missing 3 out of 4. 42-22. 20-point lead for the Nuggets here before halftime. 5 seconds to go. Nerdahl has it gets it to Sean Felker. Felker takes the baseline, reverse layup, blocked away. Oh, that was blocked by Levi Lelm. We're going to get a foul called, though, and they're going to send him to the line. All right. Sean Felker's going to go to the line and shoot 2. That makes it 4 fouls in the first half. And Felker knocks the second one in. All right, we've got halftime here, 42-23 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a little bit on yourliveevent.com.
Are you concerned about the status of the farmland market? Hi, I'm Steve Dalen from Piper's Auction and Realty. The cropland market has been exceptionally strong the last 3 years. How long will the record high sale prices last? If you would like to discuss current market prices and options for your farmland sale, please call me, Steve Dalen, at 701-893-8517.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
All right, here we are back at the halftime at the Gold Mine. 42-23, Hawley leads LPA. Highway 10 boys basketball action here. Leading the way for the Nuggets in scoring. Brevin Stoa has 13. Landon Bakke has 9. Will Baker has 7 off the bench. 5 points for Noah Nelson. 4 points for Mark Schauer. 2 points each for Levi Lelm and Jack Justison. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players have scored in the first half here for the Nuggets. Rebounding has been the key. Lake Park Audubon has 2 offensive rebounds and only got a second chance shot on one of those tonight. And rebounding dominated by the Nuggets. All right, we're going to come back with, let's see here. We've got girls basketball. The Hawley girls were at Monaga today, led at halftime. They're none able to hold on to that lead and ended up losing at Monaga on the road tonight. And I'm going to try to track down a score for you. All I got was disgusted we lost. And then I do have that much information. Now, they played that one early. It was a 6 o'clock tip-off for the girls tonight on the road. And they're having a boy-girl doubleheader with another school, and the boys had the 7:30 tip-off, and the girls played at 6. So there you have it. We're going to take a quick break, then we'll come back with the LPA scoring rundown after this.
Fresh trades this week at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. 2 2021 Delta 610s, 36-inch tracks, power shift, PTO. Call for pricing, 218-784-2961. Coming in April, new Versatile 620. This new tractor is coming in at 2023 pricing. Talk to Chuck O'Neill to reserve. Make your best purchase price and save thousands of dollars. Stop in and get the deal done. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada.
Soon enough, temps are going to drop low, and you'll be turning the heat up high. Protect yourself from surprising heating bills by enrolling in Wild Rice Electric's off-peak heating program. You'll receive hundreds of dollars in rebates on new heating technologies like heat pumps and underfloor heat. Plus, you'll get nearly half off your electric heating rate through the winter months. That adds up fast when the snow starts to fall. Give Wild Rice Electric a call at 800-244-5709 to find out if the off-peak program is a good fit for your home and start saving today.
Christian Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Manage what you can to overcome what you cannot. Farming is all about preparing your operation to be successful when given an opportunity. Invest a few minutes and bring in your seed meters to be reconditioned and calibrated. We have some room, so give us a call and we can help you overcome those simple obstacles. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
All right, here we are back at halftime. We've got the half-court post-prom shootout. Pay a buck. You make the half-court shot, you get a 2-liter bottle of pop. That's what every kid in 6th grade or below needs, is a big dose of sugar and caffeine before bed with a 2-liter dose of pop. All right, we're going to get to the scoring totals here for the LPA Raiders. Leading the way, 6'2" sophomore Luca Besky. He's got 12. 3 points apiece for Trip Eider and Tyson Nerdahl. 2 points for Colby Pagel. 2 points for Braden Sandland. And 1 point for Sean Felker. All right, Luca Besky's been hot tonight. He's got a couple of threes and 3 deuces to lead the way for the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. And now here come the Nuggets. Going to get some shots up before halftime is over. The Raiders are still in the shed taking care of some business, getting second half game planning taken care of. My guess is Coach Schultz is going to want them to be a little more aggressive, hit the boards, go to the offensive glass, and just play more aggressive defensively. They've given Hawley some pretty easy shots and not really gotten in their face a whole lot. So I would expect LPA to come out with a little bit more nastiness, maybe a little more physicality. But that's for us to see. We'll be back. We'll see what happens on yourliveevent.com. Hawley leads 42-23 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard.
Hawley Public Schools teaches over 1,000 students in grades kindergarten through 12. They do this in facilities that are either new or recently remodeled. These facilities are not only for Hawley students, but for adults too. Hawley Public Schools offers community education classes in subjects like yoga and painting, plus adult basic education for those who want their GED or who study English as a second language. Hawley Public Schools, preparing students for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow.
All Works Underground Utilities LLC specializes in directional boring and plowing of underground utilities. Contact Dylan Stevens, 218-261-3090. Power lines, communications, water and sewer lines. Allworks LLC can get the job done. Allworks LLC works with residential and construction contractors in Minnesota and North Dakota. Contact Dylan Stevens with Allworks LLC, 218-261-3090.
Minnesota Slice, located in Hawley, is open 7 days a week. Homemade stretch dough, delicious sauce, and toppings to your liking. Stop in Minnesota Slice Monday through Thursday from 4 to 8 p.m., Friday 4 to 9 p.m., Saturday 11 to 9 p.m., and Sunday 11 to 8 p.m. Minnesota Slice wants to be there for all your special events, including retirement parties, school pizza parties, large staff lunches, and much more. With garlic knots, cheesy bread, salad, and more, you can call 218-486-5151. See you at Minnesota Slice.
There you just saw it, Sarah. The old garlic cheese bread and the garlic knots from Minnesota Slice. All right, we're ticking down here in the last few seconds before halftime on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Hawley leads 42-23. Peter Natz and Ben Gronke on yourliveevent.com. Get the ball cart out of the way. Then we're going to get things rolling here. All right, we're going to have LPA ball coming out of the break. We're inbound here. And Besky has the ball on the right wing, picked up his dribble, got caught there. Trip Eider has the ball now for LPA. Down to Pagel. Back out to Eider. Three, short, no good. Levi Lelm comes down with that rebound. Baki pushes it up. Stoa defended by Sandland. Baki goes around. Nelson right wing, three, strong, no good. Levi Lelm has another rebound there, gets it to Jack Justice, and Stoa has it back to Justy in the corner. Is he going to get it? No. Took it, didn't get it. We've got a foul coming back the other way on Landon Baki. Baki's first foul. Sandlin brings the ball up, drops it to Besky. Besky gets it over to Trip Eider. Down to Pagel on the right block, defended by Nelson. Pagel very deliberate, taking his time. Boy, did he ever take his time. And rolls it out to the left corner for Tyson Nerdahl. He gets a three, and he gets 6 total. And Stoa comes back and matches that on the other end with the three. (45-26), 19-point lead for the Nuggets. Down to Pagel. Good defense there. Rebound taken down by Baki. Nelson has it in the corner. Out to Stoa, up on top. Blind pass by Stoa. Gets it back over to Stoa. On top. Takes it up left hand off the glass. Gets that one to go. Nice shot with the left hand there by Stoa. He's got 18. Just under 16 minutes to go here in the second half. Hawley doing a little reaching instead of playing defense and moving their feet, and they get a layup out of the deal here. And that was Tyson Nerdahl. Yeah, when you don't move your feet, just reach and play defense. That's usually what happens. All right, that's what I thought. Eider, a little more physical with the defense. Got in the way of Stoa. A little bit of body contact there, both ways. And Landon Baki takes it all the way in for a layup on the right side. Baki's got 11 now. 2 Nuggets are in double figures. Eider has it, defended on top there by Landon Baki. Pagel goes down. Slow, deliberate, plods his way through there. Defensive rebound by Levi Lelm. Excuse me. Sandlin defending against Stoa. Stoa goes up off the glass, draws the foul, and he's going to shoot 2. That one's going to be a Braden Sandlin. Stoa goes to the line to shoot 2 here. First one goes down. He's got 6 in the second half, 19 total. And second one goes. (51-28). Nerdahl gets it over to Eider. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was Trip Eider. Now Pagel has it. Eider snuck his way around Baki. Besky has it there. Swatted away. And the Nuggets finally get that taken care of, get it under control. Stoa from no man's land. Rebound taken away by Luka Besky. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken down by Sandlin. Gets it back out to Trip Eider. He's got a line drive 3. Knocks that one down. Cuts the lead to 20 now, 51-31. 6 points for Eider. Lelm has it, drops it off to Stoa. And Pagel doesn't like that call. The official with the fancy mustache called that one. Raleigh Fingers would be proud of that mustache. You don't really notice it, though, because of the big old beard, but he's got some nasty handlebars on that thing. Nugget inbound from the baseline. Baki has it up top by the logo, and Stoa has it now on the logo. And Stoa stumbled, threw that one away. Turnover, Nuggets. 20-point lead, 51-31 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Here come the Raiders. Nerdahl has it here for the LPA Raiders. Back to Nerdahl now, and that's kicked out of bounds by Stoa. Shot clock stays at 22. Will Baker. Will Baker comes in, sends Noah Nelson to the bench. With all the illness and the missed practices, Nuggets are changing up their substitution a little bit here. Sandlin has a nice pass there by Pagel to Sandlin. Sandlin reaches around with the old right-hand reverse layup. Baki crosses over, takes it left. Levi Lelm has it. Stoa, 3, rattled that one home. Good shot. 54-33, Nuggets lead. Under 13 minutes to go here in the ball game. Besky, long, no good. Rebound, Will Baker. .21 lead for the Nuggets. Stoa takes it up off the glass. Stoa's got 25 now. Ticking down to the 12-minute mark here. 23-point lead. Nerdahl just about, he thought about throwing up a 3. Ball checked out of bounds. Knocked out by Brevin Stoa. Jack Justison back in, sends Stoa out. On the court now, we've got Besky, Eider, Felker, Nerdahl, and Ulschmidt. And up ahead to Jack Justison. Will Baker has it on top, drops it off to Baki. Turnover LPA. Jack Justison to Will Baker. Defended by Allschmidt. Levi Lum on the block. Goes around strong. Off the glass. No good. Landon Baki with the rebound. Tied up. And jump ball possession is going to stay with the Nuggets. 1 foul for the Nuggets. 2 fouls for the Raiders. Nugget ball. After the jump. Baki, left corner, 3, no good. Rebound, Will Baker takes it up, got hammered there. That foul's going to go against Sean Felker. All right, Baker just flipped that one up there. Yeah, you got to care more, man. That was just flipped her up there like it didn't make any difference if you made it or not. Focus a little bit there, Sonny. All right, here we go. Will Baker's attempting to make the second one here. All right, and he does. Connected on that one. There you go, Will. Here come the Raiders back the other way. Nerdahl has it. Defended by Mark Schauer. Trip Eider to Besky. Besky traveled with it. Got the shot off. Didn't call the travel. That's okay. And Will Baker comes down with the defensive rebound. Not much rebounding in here in the second half by LPA. Bounce pass to Baki on the backdoor cut. Nice job. Great pass, Schauer. Landon Baki's got 4 this half. That gets him up to 13. Great backdoor pass by Schauer. 59-33. Luka Besky takes it in. Left hand. Nice touch there. Luka. You know what? You know what he says when he introduces himself? He says, "My name is Luka." Landon Baki floats in through the middle. Strong off the glass. No good. Rebound taken down by Sean Felker. And then he turned it over in the backcourt. There's Baki, no good. Oh, the little helter-skelter here with that little series and rebound, turnover, whatever. And Schauer's going to pick up a foul down here on the end. And Mark Schauer was thinking that he got fouled as right before he fouled. But Schauer picks up the foul here. There you go. Besky's going to go to the line and shoot. Free throws here. Here comes Jack Justison. Down into Stoll. Jackson Skink hops it. No good. Just about got it to slink around the rim there. And here comes Chaz Allschmidt. Pushes it up for the Raiders. Dumps it off to Felker. Oh, nice. There you go. Luka with the left hand. We got a timeout. Full timeout on yourliveevent.com. Nuggets lead by 20.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 701-893-5648. I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
All right, here we are back on yourliveevent.com. We've got a little chirping from the northwest neighborhood outside of Hawley a little bit. A reference to Luca Besky introducing himself. Yep, he lives on the second floor. He lives upstairs from you. And here comes Stoa back the other way. Nuggets lead by 20. 2 fouls for the Nuggets, 3 fouls on LPA. Nelson gets it down to Baker. Baker, back step, drop step, curl step. Steps that one right into the bucket. Nice post move by Will Baker. Just kept things moving. Will Baker, the pepper shaker tonight. All right, there's Trip. Trip Eider got that one snooped from behind. They gave him the old Chad Garaki. And ball's going to stay with the LPA Raiders. Sean Felker has it, defended by Jack Justison. Now, Pagel. Trip Eider short on that one. Blind pass by Sandlin there. Felker in the right spot at the right time. Pagel has it down inside. Left hand throws it up. The old wrist brace didn't help him on that one. Stoa harassed and just about had his pocket picked by Sandlin. Sandlin had stuck with that a little bit. He might have gotten away with a steal on that. 61-39 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Noah Nelson brings it up. Pushes it off to the left side, takes a jump shot. Not really a jump shot, a set shot that was short. Sandlin takes it all the way in, off the glass. Left hand for Sandlin. Lead still at 20, 61-41. Stoa crosses over against Sandlin. And that one peeled away. And Stoa has it now, guarded by Sandlin. Things are getting a little more aggressive again, like we thought they probably would. And Trip Eider comes out of there like a shot. Sandlin has it up on top, harassed there by Skink and Stoa. Now Trip Eider has it, takes it across to the free throw line and try to swipe it away again. This Stoa from behind. He's going to end up getting a foul here pretty quick. Keeps up those shenanigans. Pagel has it. Shot clock down under 6, and Pagel gets that one to go off the glass. Pagel's got 4 points on the night now. Into the corner to Justison. And Chaz Olschmidt's going to pick up that foul against Will Baker. Going to have a baseline out of bounds. Stoa out, Shower in, Lelm in, and Jackson Skank out. 1, 2, 3, and Will Baker out. Shower in, Baki, Justy, Lelm, Nelson. Turnaround jumper, Nelson, no good. Rebound taken down by Tyson Nerdahl. Sandlin just about got in trouble. Nerdahl, 3 from the corner, splash. Splish splash. All right, Landon Schultz is going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
All right, here we are. Back at the goal mine, Hawley 61, LPA 46. Looks like Sean Justison ended up with some of the stuff that Jack Justison had and Noah Nelson had and Will Baker had and Mark Shower had and Brevin Stoa had and anybody else that missed time. Well, Justy, get yourself well. Heal yourself up. This place needs you. Jack Justison, right elbow. Rattled that one around. Used everything he had. Got it to go. 4 points for Jack. Now we're into the corner. We've got Ben Newman, number 4, 5'10" sophomore, into the ball game. Pagel is going to get called for 3 seconds pretty quick. He doesn't get going here. Nelson comes down with that rebound. Nelson drives down through the lane, goes up, left hand too strong. And Pagel comes down with a defensive rebound for the Raiders. That's a travel. Not a travel. Another rebound for Nelson. Luka Besky missed that shot down on the other end. Rebound by Nelson. Now Landon Baki has it, dumps it off to Lelm. Noah Nelson against Pagel up on top. Skips it over to Schauer. Schauer into the corner to Jack Justison. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Lelm. Justison has it in the corner. Pushed out of bounds. Oh, my. Ben Newman got away with simple assault on that one. And there's going to be a turnover. There we are, back the other way. Braden Sandlin, 6-foot junior, brings it up for LPA. Luka Besky. Newman has it in the corner. Besky up on top, gets it to Pagel down low. No help on defense there. Pagel's defender stepped up to help out. Guess what? Left him wide open underneath for a layup. Okay, Levi Lelm goes up, gets one to go, and he gets fouled on it. Foul goes on Luka Besky. His first. Lelm gets that bucket to go. Going to have an opportunity for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. 2+1. $65-48 at this point. No good on the free throw. And here comes Sandlin after the Pagel rebound. Oh, Sandlin lost that one, gave it to Baki. Baki gave it right back. Stoll got away with the foul there on Pagel. Shot there. Sandlin comes down with the offensive rebound. Now LPA is getting a couple more opportunities for second and third chance points. A little more aggressive on the offensive glass. Sandlin with the floater in the middle, no good. And that one's knocked out of bounds. Going to stay with, they're going to say that one off of Nelson. And the ball's going to stay with LPA here. 65-48, 4:04 to go. 5 fouls on LPA, 2 fouls against Hawley. Oh, Mark should have had his hand up there. 3-pointer there. And another offensive rebound. Up strong off the glass. The rebound defensively. Shot no good there by Besky. Stoa up to Nelson. Nelson across. Back the other side. Swatted away by Pagel. Good block by Pagel. Good hustle defensively by Pagel to get going with that. Now we got a foul called on Mark Schauer. Sandlin was fouled in the backcourt. 65-48 now, 3:40 to go in this one here, coming to you from the goal line. Your live event. Scoreboard brought to you by Lakes Community Cooperative. Says 65-48 Hawley. Not anymore. 65-50 Hawley. Pagel knocks that one in. Pagel's got 8 points now. 6 of them in the second half. He's been more effective, no doubt. And Sandlin picks up. I don't know what that was. Breakaway rim snap for whatever reason. There's a foul up on top. That one is on Braden Sandlin. 3. Stoa has the ball. Out of control, no good. Back the other way, 65-50. Three-pointer by Nerdahl, no good. Rebound taken down by Baki. Baki collects himself and gets it up to Stoa on the left side. Stoa goes in. Draws another foul. Going to shoot free throws. 24, that's going to be on Colby Pagel. His third. Stoa goes to the line to shoot 2 here. Stoa good on the first one. Jack Justison comes in. Mark Schauer goes out. 16-point lead on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. 2:47 to go in this. Stoa rattled that one home. Gets it to go. He's up to 27 now. 13 for Landon Baki. 10 for Will Baker. 3 Nuggets in double figures. Short bank shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Nelson. Besky, sorry about that. Besky with that. Shot no good. Rebound taken down by Landon Baki. Brevin Stoa launches that one down court. That's a turnover on Hawley. And Besky gets that one to go over on the other end. Timeout. LPA. Full timeout. Lake Park. We'll be back on your live event.
Respectful, responsible, safe, and kind. Those are the values taught by Hawley Public Schools. Hawley's PBIS team, Positive Behavior, Interventions, and Supports, aims to encourage a positive and respectful learning environment and uphold the social and emotional well-being of all students and staff. Learn more about Hawley Public Schools at hawley.k12.mn.us. Hawley Public Schools, preparing students for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow.
If cold weather holds you back from planting corn each spring, you need Hefty brand 40 Series corn. As the industry's only corn seed recommended for soils as cold as 40 degrees, our 40 Series corn is made up exclusively of hybrids with the best vigor and cold germination scores, all treated with Hefty Complete to give you maximum protection. Plus, we back up all 40 Series hybrids with a free replant policy so you can plant 40 Series corn first and plant it with confidence. Available only at Hefty Seed Company.
All right, here we are back at the gold mine. 67-52 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Nuggets leading the Raiders. 2:05 to go in this one. Nugget ball on the long end of the court. And LPA comes out in a little bit of a three-quarter court trap. And that one knocked out of bounds by Pagel. Lelm inbounds it to Stoa. And they collapse on the ball with 2-3 guys. Somebody's going to be open. Lollipop pass across. And back to Baki up on top. Over to Stoa near the logo. Clock down under 10 seconds. Nelson with the short shot. No good. Rolled off the side of the rim. And Pagel gets it to go on the other end. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, there's... He threw a shoe. All right. Hey, look at that. Step on it. Squeeze it back in there. And here come the Nuggets. 1:20 to go in the ball game. Nuggets break the pressure, no problem. Oh, zipped inside, turned over by the Nuggets. Trip Eider gets it off to Nerdahl. Nerdahl looked at Sandlin down low. Didn't like that option. Now Triplighter has it. Sandlin has it on top. Shoots a 3. No good. Pago with that one. That goes off of Jack Justison's head. We're under a minute to go here in this one. Lake Park has the ball on the blob. Triplighter just about traveled with it. Pagel with the 3, gets that one to go. And we've got a timeout. Full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Lakes Community Co-op takes pride in providing complete customer satisfaction as they serve their local communities with the necessary products and services for farms, businesses, and individuals. Energy solutions, feed, milk, C-stores, meat market, motel, car wash, HVAC, natural gas. Visit your neighborhood Lakes Community Co-op location for them to meet your needs or learn more at lakescommunitycoop.com.
Minnesota Slice, located in Hawley, is open 7 days a week. Homemade stretch dough, delicious sauce, and toppings to your liking. Stop in Minnesota Slice Monday through Thursday from 4 to 8 p.m., Friday 4 to 9 p.m., Saturday 11 to 9 p.m., and Sunday 11 to 8 p.m. Minnesota Slice wants to be there for all your special events, including retirement parties, school pizza parties, large staff lunches, and much more. With garlic knots, cheesy bread, salad, and more, you can call 218-486-5151. See you at Minnesota Slice.
All right, here we are back at the goal line. Under a minute to go. Skip pass across court, turned over by the Nuggets. Triplighter has it now. Nerdahl with the 3, no good. Sandlin gets fouled, going for 2. He's going to get 2 shots here. They're going to have an opportunity to score. That's going to go against Noah Nelson. Dave Haugen watching tonight on an airplane right now, flying from Dallas to Orlando. He's seeing, he said, kind of crazy. I don't know if he's talking about the game or about being able to watch a high school basketball game on an airplane, but I think either way, it's a good deal. Thanks for tuning in, Dave Haugen, and Sandlin gets his second free throw to go. 24 seconds to go on the clock, and Sandlin grabbed Baki's arm here. Trying to get a foul here, and he did. Slowed things down. 67-59 here. Lots of monkeying around here right now, so LP is able to work themselves back into making this an 8-point game. Baki up with the first one, gets that one to go. Baki is the only one up at the line. Something must have happened here. And he gets both of those to go. And now and it's Hawley ball. They must have called an intentional foul. All right, Devon Stock entering the ball game. Nice move here. Nelson steps out. Devon Stock checks into the game. The first athletic action of the year. Fires a 3, gets it to go, splashes it in. What a story. All right, we'll get to that in a little bit. Devon Stock missed the entire football season with a blown knee. Two nasty operations, and the clock runs out here. That one knocked down by Luka Besky on the other end for that. Devon Stock gets a 3 in his first athletic action of his senior year on senior night and parents' night. All right, we'll get a couple of words with Coach Stoll here in a little bit when we come back on yourliveevent.com. We've got the post-game show coming up.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Visit us today at any of our 6 locations.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hawley Public Schools thanks you for listening to today's Nugget Sporting event. But we offer more activities than just athletics. Hawley students can be part of groups like the Student Council, Riverwatch, Science Olympiad, FFA, Art Club, Yearbook, Knowledge Bowl, Speech, Debate, Band, and Choir. There's also a 3-act play, a 1-act play, and musical. Fine arts, academics, and athletics, a winning combination. Hawley Public Schools, preparing students for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow.
All right, here we are back at the gold mine. Coach Stoll joining us right off the bat. Got a little message to his team right before Parents' Night, Senior Night activities. Coach Stoll, Senior Night, what a night. All kinds of things going on. Devon Stock with the first action of the year. That's pretty sweet.
I really did not like the last 4 minutes of the game.
No.
But I forever will love that last 20 seconds.
Yep. Just perfect opportunity to get Devon in the game. Just a heartbreaking senior year for the young man. But I'll give you a break to catch yourself while I cover up a little bit of this. Just heartbreaking football season for the young man. And was just able to get an opportunity tonight. And he took advantage of his opportunity.
Yeah, I wanted it to happen a little bit easier than that, but we told the boys Lake Park's not going to go away. They're too well coached to go away. Landon does a really, really good job with his kids. And, so we knew they were going to battle back, and we knew that actually early in the game when we built our lead, it wasn't really great defensive pressure. It was the fact that they were one and done with it, but they were missing some quality looks early. So, kids took care of business, and we can put this one behind us a little bit in a busy week coming off the illness, and then throwing all the other, recognitions and things in just throws everybody out of their routine a little bit. But no, proud of the kids tonight, and that one right there will go right alongside of Clay Rasmussen and the reasons we do this stuff.
Yep, you got that right. You talked about Subban was going to probably have to change up a little bit. Nelson didn't have a lot of gas in his tank tonight, but you did a nice job of rotating kids and rotating several kids at a time.
Yeah, Coach Haugen and Coach Garcia, they're in charge of all that down there, and I thought they did a really good job of just giving guys those quick breathers so that they could stay as fresh as possible coming off of everything that that we dealt with. So. Zach Liebach seeing his first action in quite a while, went out there. Jackson Skank played well, and then just knowing that they were just going to be short bursts because Noah wasn't the only one that didn't have a whole lot of gas in the tank. We had other guys whose wheels were spinning in the dirt just a little bit, so to speak, and then we weren't. Fatigue steals a lot of things, and then fatigue and illness steal a lot more talent, and we didn't. We didn't sit in stances very well, and we didn't take care of the ball at the end very well. But all in all, we'll get out of here with a win and break that little streak and hopefully start to propel us.
Yeah, speaking of streaks, you had a 10-0 run to get get off on this one, get things going right away. And then it settled down a little bit, kind of maintained 7, 8, 9 or so. Then all of a sudden you went on a second run, got up into the 20-point lead area, and that's kind of when your kids just kept the foot on the gas. They weren't accelerating, but you actually cleaned house on the rebounds.
Yeah, we didn't give them a whole lot, and they're playing 4 around 1, and there isn't a whole lot of cutting all the time. They've got some guys that can shoot it out there that, when their feet are set, that shot's got a great chance of going in. So, there aren't a ton of offensive rebound opportunities, and we made a point yesterday in practice. The little bit of good focus practice that we got was to make sure we stayed as connected to 24 as we could down there and not have to help off. Then we didn't give up any back, any rebounds or anything like that. We were able to clean those, up until the end when there was a few long rebounds that didn't go our way.
Well, you got parents' night tonight. You got senior night tonight. Just a quick little rundown of your seniors. I'm not going to try to make it dusty in here.
It always is up here. Huh?
But just give you an opportunity to talk about the kids that you have on this squad and what they're going to mean to you and to this program going down the line.
Well, every year we're here, that it's one of those where the next group is going to be the group that I've seen the longest, and that's the way it will be going forward. But these are guys that were a part of my first class when I came here, bringing a family over here. These were the first friends and have stayed strong friends, and they're impactful kids, and they're all just a little bit different enough to keep you on edge, and they have just enough teenage boy stupid fun to really make you smile when you turn around the corner and don't let them see that you're enjoying it. But so proud of Devon for just how he stuck it out, and there's a lot of lesser people might have crawled into a hole a little bit, and he was there all fall. He's been there when he's here when he can be here, but we weren't going to turn him into a manager or anything like that. We wanted Devon to be here when he could be here, make sure he took care of all his other school stuff and things like that, but then just the backbone that he gives everybody. And again, he's been through a lot this last year, and the injury maybe not even being the biggest of it all, and so proud of him. Then Landon Bakke, thankfully I got to coach him 2 seasons a year here for the last few. Super impressed as to the man that he's growing into and the athlete that he's growing into. I'm going to tell the story on air so that it sticks around forever, but there was a 4th grade huddle once when I asked that young man to guard another team's best player, and after 3 possessions of not doing it, the next time out was him telling me in tears he didn't want to do it. That young man has grown up.
Hasn't he, though?
And, Justy doesn't say a lot about himself, so we got to say it for him, but that is a kid that is built just on consistency and accountability. His friends see it, his family sees it, and, it's one of those things when Brevin and I look in the mirror at each other and we can get a little elevated at times because you're looking at the same person and same character traits. There's a dude like Justy that just keeps everything level keel or even keel, or knows what the right time is for some of that humor. And, just a great kid. Glad that these guys are friends with my kid.
Because he's so level-headed, I mean, that's what makes him an unbelievable golfer, too.
Yeah.
He doesn't get up. He doesn't get down. He's had some horrible games shooting, and everybody knows it. He knows it, and everybody can see it. And Justy's at home listening, and his dad right now, he's not feeling good. But you can't tell that he's down on himself or down on his shooting.
No, it's consistent. We keep seeing a couple new things as time goes on, and he's turned the corner on a couple of our sets and gotten to the rim, hit shots against DGF. Tonight it was the pull-up midi. That's not something that, we've even seen in practice very often. Not that we don't work on it in some of our shooting drills, but that pull-up midi that's a good thing. So that let's put that on film and let's let everybody see that can happen. And then even more so just the confidence that he has in himself to do that. And then I don't want to spend too much time talking about the kid.
Yeah.
So, but we've talked before about growth, and there's been a lot of it there, a lot of it through some some pretty crappy times. Some of those crappy times created by his head coach. And
that's all part of the journey, man.
It is part of the journey, but then the guts to take the spotlight in the locker room when I'm ready to tell everybody how I feel, and it's not good. Like after the DGF game, maybe it could have been better, but the spotlight was taken off everybody else and put squarely where it needed to be, and that was on the head coach and the kid who doesn't mind having that role. Tonight, same thing, last huddle. That was unnecessary. We don't need that. All I wanted, Brevin, was to get Devon in the game. I needed you guys to take care of business so we could get there.
Yep.
But comfortable enough and right enough to know that I can be better too, and he can call me on that, because sometimes it's us adults that are screwing things up.
Well, you know what? That's the thing about having teenagers be responsible for a lot of your happiness. They're going to be blatantly honest. They're going to break your hearts sometimes, and they're going to hold you accountable. And that's what we need, and they need us to do the same to them.
Yeah, and it's something that they grow into. It's something that our best of kids, not basketball players, not football players, not runners or anything, our just best of kids grow into. And when we build a comfortable enough atmosphere for them, then they know that relationship is strong enough for both of us, to be honest.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach. You need to go celebrate with your teammate or with your team and your parents, and glad hand and slap some backs there. I let Devon know that he's got a pizza on his way for Minnesota Slice Player of the Game for that bomb.
100%.
All right,
I got to throw this out there too, but Coach Schultz sitting over here, and man alive, want to make a guy feel old? Bring in one of your fifth graders to sit down the sideline, that was in your class the year your kid was born. Talk about making a guy feel old. But that was one of my most intelligent fifth graders from, actually, he's not going to believe this, but from one of my favorite classes of all time. 28 kids, very little drama, because like 8 of them were staff kids, and they knew their parents were about 100 steps down the hallway, so they didn't do anything out of line, and it was a fun group. But brings back some memories to think of the year the kid was born, and that one was a fifth grader in class. So
well, he did grow up in Hitterdal, and he does have a couple sisters that keep him pretty honest.
Absolutely, those sisters keep anybody in line. Question is, can he hit a softball like the old man?
That's still yet to be determined. Hey, we're going to take a quick break and talk to Landon Schultz right after this quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Rural Enrichment and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Hawley and Hendrum.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abassi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Are you concerned about the status of the farmland market? Hi, I'm Steve Dalen from Piper's Auction and Realty. The cropland market has been exceptionally strong the last 3 years. How long will the record high sale prices last? If you would like to discuss current market prices and options for your farmland sale, please call me, Steve Dalen, at 701-893-8517.
All right, here we are back at the Gold Mine post-game show. We run through some scoring here. We've got Coach Stowe and Coach Schultz over here yucking it up a little bit. We'll get Landon here on the microphone for a little post-game interview here quickly, too. Tonight, the Nuggets were led by Brevin Stowe. He had 27 tonight. Landon Bakke, big night, 15 tonight as well. And Will Baker, the other Nugget, with double digits in 10 points. 8 different kids scored for Hawley, 3 of them in double figures. 5 points for Noah Nelson. Levi Lelm had 4, 3 for Devon Stock. Devon ended up getting his first athletic action of the senior year tonight here and having an opportunity to get a basket here. Will Baker with the 10 points and Jack Justison with 4. All right, we've got Landon Schultz here to fill up some more of our post-game show. Coach Schultz, they out-rebounded you guys terribly, but your kids stuck around and stuck in this, and with your timeouts available, made this a game at the end.
Yeah, I think that's kind of been a little bit of a common trend with us. Is I think we kind of dig ourselves a hole early, and we got to figure out what we got to do to clean that up early in a basketball game. But we've always been a group that's had a little fight in us, and handle and make some adjustments over the course of a game, and kind of make it interesting. But yeah, we just can't dig ourselves a big hole. I think we were down 21 at one point, or
in the first half. Yeah,
that's just killer. You can't come back from that, and we're not the type of group that can come back from a deficit like that. We're not a basketball program that's capable of doing that yet. And so hats off to our guys making it interesting at the end. But yeah, we got to clean up some stuff that first chunk of that first half as we move forward.
Yeah, they had a run of 10-0 to start it off, and then you broke the seal, 10-3 I believe it was, and then a couple buckets later, a couple possessions later, they end up going on another run, and then they got up by a 21, like you said, in the first half. Luka Besky tonight, talk a little bit about him tonight. He had 23 unofficially by my count. He had a nice night for you.
Yeah, he's going to be a really special player in our basketball program moving forward. Obviously only a sophomore, but really made a big jump in his game this past summer, especially on the offensive end, and it was on display tonight. And he's a kid that's, you show up in the school building, 7:15, 7 a.m., somewhere in that time frame. He's in that gym, he's dribbling the basketball, he's shooting around every morning. So he's a kid that's put in the work, and it's showing right now, and I'm really proud of his commitment to his game individually and our basketball program in general.
Colby Pagel tonight, playing with the wrist brace, the support or splint, whatever you want to call it. Ended up, he only had 2 in the first half. My guess is if he's getting 13 or getting 11 in the second half like he did tonight with deliberate entries to the post, you just need to find that more often and sooner.
Yeah, and I think, some of his, he had plenty of opportunities in that first half to score. And we kind of, talked to him a little bit at timeouts and at halftime. He's just got to make stronger moves. I just felt like he was kind of just flicking it up at the rim at times tonight. Second half, he was a little bit better, more fundamentally solid with, kind of finishing stronger, and just got to do that for 2 halves. And, he's been out for a month and a half, so he's still kind of trying to feel out things a little bit and get his touch back. And it'll come quick for him, and he'll keep making those adjustments and improving. A very coachable kid. And we're really, really happy to have him back, because I don't know if we're in the ball game tonight without him.
Yeah, so this is his first game back?
Second game.
Second game. So He's still trying to figure out how to use that splint and what he can and can't do with that offhand.
Yeah, for sure. And so, that left hand's probably a little bit weak right now. And but, he's been working on his right hand touch game, most of the time that he has cast on. So it'll come back to life for him. It's just going to take, obviously, a little bit of time. We got some time left before postseason play here.
All right. You had 3 in double figures tonight. Tyson Nerdahl with 11, 13 for Pagel, and Luca with the 23. Sandlin, who you said didn't score on Friday night but had 14 rebounds and 7 assists, he does a lot of inside work. He's a dirty dog for a little guy.
Yeah, he's definitely probably one of the most athletic guards that I've ever coached in my career. Just really, really springy. Does that dirty work that goes unnoticed. Guards the opposing team's best player. Rebounds the basketball well. Plays tough, and just makes those winning plays that every coach kind of loves to kind of see over the course of a basketball game. So yeah, he's just really real scrappy, and just yeah, he's had a great year so far. He went through a little bit of a stretch, for a couple weeks where he wasn't himself and doing those things. And last couple weeks here, he's been on that trend of doing Braden Sandlin type of plays for us. And yeah, it's real joy to coach.
Well, he had 8 tonight. He gets another bucket or another opportunity at the free throw line, and he goes to double digits. You got 4 kids in double figures. So that's pretty good. So you got 3 tonight, and him with 8, and then another 6 by Tripp. That's not a bad night.
Yeah, I think we're capable of some guys having some good nights, getting in double figures, kind of like you're saying. Just a matter of who's kind of got that hot hand. And I thought we at times have been a little bit settling for maybe too many 3-point field goals, and we attacked the rim pretty well in the second half, I thought. So yeah, just kind of getting some of those easier looks and getting confidence, seeing the basketball go in the hoop, so we can get confident from the perimeter later in the game.
What do you got coming up the rest of the week, Landon?
We got Rotse on Friday night, which will be a big game for us. So section seating on the line there to kind of see where we ultimately fall, a couple weeks from now. So yeah, the guys should be juiced up, fired up. It is senior night for us as well. So should be a fun night for our team.
All right. Well, good luck. I appreciate your time tonight before and after the game. Keep the Raiders rolling, man.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate the coverage tonight.
All right, there you go. That's Landon Schultz, head coach of the Lake Park Audubon Raiders, going down by a score of 72-62 tonight at the hands of the Hawley Nuggets. We're going to come back and wrap up the scoring and seal this baby up on the postgame show on yourliveevent.com.
Radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
All right, here we are back at the Gold Mine post-game show. We're going to get on with some things here right off the bat. We've got the star of the game brought to you by Minnesota Slice. Stop in at Minnesota Slice in Hawley. They're open Monday through Thursday, 4 to 8, Friday, 4 to 9, Saturday, 11 to 9, and Sunday, 11 to 8. See you at Minnesota Slice in Hawley. I'll be getting some food there this weekend. You can build your own pizza, specialty pizza if you want. They got one every month. Boneless wings, garlic knots, cheese bread. We'll be getting cheese bread. All right, Minnesota Slice star of the game. We've got Will Baker with 10 points off the bench tonight as one of the stars of the game, and the other star of the game, Devon Stock, with 3 points off the bench tonight. Gets his first athletic action of his senior year tonight, recovering from a horrific knee injury. His father passed away before school started as well. Just an awful beginning to his senior year. And in spite of his difficulties this year, has never once wavered in his character, his leadership, anything and everything that he's brought to the football and basketball teams. Congratulations to Devon Stock, Minnesota Slice star of the game, and Will Baker in that same role tonight. All righty, beautiful. All right, now we're going to go on to the RDK. Oh, yeah, RDK's precision play of the game. That also is going to go to Devon Stock. The RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton. Check them out for precision planting updates, information, questions. Contact RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton. 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. RDK Enterprises is here to help you. Devon Stock has 1 for 1 on the year, a 3-point make from the left wing right in front of the hometown Hawley Nugget bench. Devon Stock, you are the precision play of the game brought to you by RDK Enterprises. All right, now the Enbridge Energy player of the game. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Go to enbridge.com for career opportunities. Our Enbridge Energy player of the game tonight is Brevin Stoa. 27 points for Brevin Stoa. Leading the way, leading all scorers, and with the 27. So there you go. Enbridge Energy player of the game, Brevin Stoa. All right, we're going to get through our scoring totals and finish things up here right after this quick break.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Fresh trades this week at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. 2 2021 Delta 610s, 36-inch tracks, power shift, PTO. Call for pricing, 218-784-2961. Coming in April, new Versatile 620. This new tractor is coming in at 2023 pricing. Talk to Chuck O'Neill to reserve. Make your best purchase price and save thousands of dollars. Stop in and get the deal done. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada.
All right, here we are on the post-game show. We'll get through the scoring totals, and then we'll let you all get off to the rest of your evening. All right. Brevin Stoa leading the way with 27. 15 points for Landon Bakke. 10 points for Will Baker in a winning effort off the bench for the Hawley Nuggets. 5 points for Noah Nelson. 4 points for Levi Lelm. 4 points for Jack Justison. And again, the three-pointer for Devon Stock. All right, leading the way for the Lake Park Audubon Raiders, Luca Abeski, 6'2 sophomore. He had 23 tonight. Tyson Nerdahl had 11. Colby Pagel had 13, with 11 of those coming in the second half. 8 points for Braden Sandlin. And Trip Eiter had 6. And 1 point for Sean Velker off the bench for the LPA Raiders. All right. We'd like to, let's see here. Hawley moves to 11 and 10, gets a winning streak started again after a 2-game skid. LPA falls to 6 and 13, and they're on a 4-game losing streak right now. Thank you to all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring you Hawley Nugget activities right here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's been a pleasure to help bring you this basketball action tonight. That's going to wrap up our post-game show from the Gold Mine in Hawley. Final score on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard is Hawley over Lake Park Audubon by a score of 72-62. Good evening, all. Thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Natz, and we'll see you next time on YourLiveEvent.com. Good night.